Network, thank you so much for being here with us tonight at Echo Base TV, where community happens.
Hey,
it works.
He's actually not on the treadmill.
Dang, look at my hair, dude.
Yeah.
It's like I'm just hanging on.
Yeah.
I legit have a comb over. I did not even know that.
Yeah.
That is so crazy, y'all. Hey. All right.
Yep.
Great to see everybody. Just want to say hi.
Yep. Coach is out. Good God, my freaking green screen crap. I gotta try to fix this. Coach will actually be here in just a second, guys. Ooh, that's even worse. There we go. Sweet. All right. All right. Now I don't have all that weird crap going on. Also, I'm just going to go ahead and bring in Rissman.
Hello.
I'm not doing the whole intro thing. Coach is actually going to be on the other computer out in the living room. He's super. It's kind of dark out there, but
that's right. It'll hide his bald spot.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
Nothing.
There he is.
Nothing. I didn't say a word.
Here. Hide my bald spot. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Everybody But Nick Network. Glad we could be here. So, yes, I guess we already addressed that I am not home. Okay. So, all right. Well, it's great to see everybody. We're gonna have to run things a little bit differently for sure, but welcome to our Thursday night live stream. We are so glad that you are here. Welcome to our members, our mods, our subscribers, and any of our guests. Nothing more important than you, the EBN family. Tonight's agenda, as always, we discuss the highs and lows of our favorite entertainment and sprinkle in a little bit of nostalgia along the way. As you all are aware, there are 4 different ways that you could support us here at the Rachel Zegler Network. You can become a member. You could join us on Patreon. You could send in a super chat here during the live stream. And most importantly, just be here and share this thing out if you can. We do have some upcoming things that we're going to be announcing in the very near future, such as a members watch party. We will be doing that very soon, and we do have some things that are going to be coming to Patreon very soon, including the new Alien show. That will be coming very soon as well, and you'll be able to watch that with me and Nick over on Patreon if you are so inclined. And Rissman, you're welcome to join us too.
Alien Earth.
You're always good to watch things with us. You like to watch it by yourself and then come in after
Just around the corner.
So, yep, it's going to be here very, very quickly. So, before we get into our topics tonight, we do have a members story that we want to share with everybody. It is the members spotlight, if you will, where our 2 highest tier member levels can send in via email a story that they would like to share about something in the fandom, something that they remember, nostalgia, anything at all. So tonight's story is a really good one. It is coming from our friend. I don't want to say his actual email address, even though I don't think it would really matter, but it is McFrozen Nuggets, one of our old members. We're grateful that he sent this in. He says it's been 3 years since I first set this email up for you all at EBN, but I want to get this down and out finally. It goes all the way back to the beginning when I was a kid. Mind you, my memories with Star Wars were kind of basic when I was young compared to me as an adult. It started when I watched episode 4 on VHS a lot. My dad got the 1995 copies of the original trilogy, followed by episode 1. I rarely watched 5 and 6 on VHS for unknown reasons. My guess, I was probably more used to A New Hope and The Phantom Menace back then. I did watch episode 2 a little bit, though. My love for Star Wars really started to kick off in 2004 when I got the special edition DVDs of the original trilogy. That eventually led me to being excited for Revenge of the Sith the following year. As a result, my dad took me to see it opening night at the drive-in. My big surprise is I was only 8 years old. I fell asleep through the whole film. The experience and seeing little kids excited for the film was amazing, though. One of them was even in a full Darth Vader outfit with the voice changer. In the years that followed, I mainly stuck to the original 6 films, not even being that interested in the Clone Wars when it first came out. I was hoping to have the Lego sets because I've always been a fan of Lego Star Wars. Then the Lucasfilm acquisition happened. Understandably, I was originally excited because we were getting more films with the original characters, but then the movies came out, and they turned out to be crap. Until The Rise of Skywalker came out, I loved The Force Awakens, but it got hurt for me after The Last Jedi released. By the way, the first 3 words I said walking out of the theater for The Rise of Skywalker were these 3, F this movie. Late 2016, after the Clone Wars was announced to be returning, I took it upon myself to watch the first 6 seasons on Netflix. Disney Plus wasn't a thing yet, obviously, and Coach was not a subscriber. I added that part. I loved it. I was disappointed that we didn't get to see where these characters would be in Revenge of the Sith, but I was so excited for the final season. The Bad Batch arc was great. Ahsoka's walkabout was very mediocre, but the seeds of Mandalore truly washed the bad taste from The Rise of Skywalker out of my mouth. Even despite some idiots like Knights of Melvin, Brandon the Awesome, who is, as my friend Mads005 has dubbed him Mr. Officer of the Fun Police, OG Star Wars, Mr. Grizzly, etc., try to paint me as a Rey lover due to them hating my fairly positive opinions on certain Star Wars projects. Though I have held them accountable for garbage like Tales of the Empire, Underworld, Acolyte, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Solo, the Disquels, etc. I will always remain loyal to George Lucas's story and will support stuff that I think are right from Disney. Hell, if I had a chance to meet him in person, I would love to maybe ask if he could privately talk about his displeasure with Disney, so I can fully understand his stance on cock-eager, shitling shillity, and how Disney continues to attack fans for hating their products, which George never did at all. I've even been more than respectful to others by saying it's okay if you disagree with me on these Disney Star Wars projects. Your opinion is valid. That's the mark of being a great Star Wars fan and a decent human being, not being a fake keeper like those losers who have zero creativity with insults and are truly coping with them having zero arguments against someone like me. I would love to talk with you about all things, maybe mention some underrated gems like The Cuphead Show, Chalk Zone, Hi Hi Puffy Ami Yumi, Cat Scratch, My Life as a Teenage Robot, and more. May the Force always be with you, Coach and Nick. Ian, McFrozen Nuggets. That was a great member story, my friend, and we greatly appreciate you sending that in. Everybody give him a big thank you in chat for doing that.
Well done.
Yep, that was a good one. Very, very good.
Yeah, I know a lot of the people don't really care for a lot of the people that he mentioned. I find a lot of their content, like Mr. Grizzly, Melfin's stuff, freaking hilarious. But yeah, I can understand why some people don't really care for their, I guess, approach to some things. But you know, I personally don't have any issue with them. I actually, like I said, find some of their content pretty hilarious. But I get it. But yeah, good email there.
Yep, that was
thanks for sending it in.
Yep, we appreciate that. Very, very good. All right. So that is going to get us into some topics tonight. Rissman, are you going to be able to take us through these things?
I absolutely can.
All right, that will probably be best. Matthew Ween
Yep.
sends in a $5 super chat. What's up, my boogies? This time next week, I'll be at the
Graber
Graber
compound.
compound.
He's going to Graber's house.
May God have mercy on me. Oh,
Yes.
Yep.
boy.
Yeah, they're wanting me to come up there, but I just don't know if I'm going to have the I don't know if I'm going to have the money to go up there. I mean, that's a long drive. And my car's due for service too.
About 8 hours for you, maybe?
Right. What part of are they North Indiana?
I don't
South?
think so. South or central. I don't think he's
Okay.
in the north.
Yeah, for some reason I thought it was central, but I don't know.
We'll just say Indianapolis. From my house there's 7.5 hours. So with stops and everything, yeah, probably 8 hours.
Oh, Mattuine is saying way north, so maybe add some time.
Oh, way north. Okay. Ooh.
Northwest
Indiana.
Northwest.
Okay,
almost to Chicago.
Okay, almost to Chicago. Ooh. That's gonna be rough.
We got to come up with a better name for it than the Graber compound. I mean, what was the place called where all the Oompa Loompas stayed?
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, maybe we could just call it that.
Yeah.
Oh, all I could think of was Munchkin Land, and that's a
there you
different
go.
movie. That's
there
a different movie.
No, I'll take it.
That's a different
Asylum.
movie.
What? No witty comments, Graber? We're waiting. He didn't even invite me.
Well, he knows better.
Yeah, probably does. Probably. Well, Matt Dwayne, thank you, bro. We appreciate the super chat.
The Shire.
Good one, Jim. Good one, Jim. That's it. Hobbiton.
Graberton.
Yeah.
Graberton.
Does Graber have a circle door? I bet he might.
It's possible.
All right, guys. Well, Matt Dwayne, we appreciate that super chat. We're going to play a video in your honor, sir. Then we're going to come back and get right into these topics. I need an admin to put him in timeout.
I'm glad to.
Yeah, timeout. We don't. You just stepped over the line, buddy. I'm kidding. Of course. Dave. Oh, Dave. Okay. All right. So up first. Holy crap! An original Stormtrooper helmet just sold in an auction for $250,000. Just one helmet.
Crazy.
That's pretty wild. How much did the Vader lightsaber end up going for? Do we have any idea? Is it still going? I think it's still going.
There's some other stuff in here. So a lightsaber prop that Ewan McGregor used, and also Liam Neeson used in Phantom Menace. Those went for $38,400. Ray Park, Darth Maul, Phantom Menace, $76,800. Red 4 helmet from Episode 7. Who cares? $32,000.
That's a lot of money for that.
Oscar Isaac, a Poe Dameron blaster, $44,800. And here we go. A production-made lightsaber for Luke Skywalker, cast from the molds of a touring lightsaber from Episode 6, $25,600. C-3PO right hand, $16,000. And then the last thing that they auctioned off, but they didn't say how much for, is a holographic tumbler ensemble designed by Bob Mackie, worn in the infamous 1978 holiday special. So I don't know. The Vader one may still be in progress. It wasn't. I think that was a different auction house.
I remember the article saying that they were going to be touring the lightsaber. like taking it around the country. So, but yeah, it is up for auction as well.
Me and
So-
Coach saw a pretty badass freaking Vader bust today.
A
It's
life size,
Yeah.
1-to-1 bust from
Yeah.
about the delts up.
Yeah,
Goodness.
yeah, it looked really good.
Yeah, it was awesome. We went to a pretty cool little store today.
Yep.
I almost bought some GI Joes.
Yeah, they had the Cobra Rattler there from the HasLab.
Yeah,
$500. I was like, ugh.
they had a
Ja-
Crimson Guard.
Yeah, Jabba's sail barge, 2,500, and I could have gotten that thing for 500 back in the day.
Yep. So pretty, and they had a full size 1-to-1 Stormtrooper statue,
Yeah,
posable
yeah.
outside of their store. And so I don't think I've ever seen one. That was the first time I think I've ever seen
I
one.
know I've not, and I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
I think I read somewhere it was announced that I think it's Sideshow is doing a life-size Darth Vader, aren't they? Like
They are. You
whole-
could buy. It comes in a freaking briefcase that's huge, and you put it together piece by piece,
Yeah, yeah.
like elbow to hand, like
Mhm.
every limb just it's
Yep.
like snaps together.
That's
It
crazy.
looks cool though.
I bet it
really
looks. Bet it
But I-
looks scary as hell.
I would personally always want an actual costume to just put on a mannequin. So if I ever wanted to take it off and wear it, I could.
Yeah.
But having the statue's pretty cool.
Yeah. If you got the money, if you got the money to spend, I guess. so.
Man, I don't have it's not the money's not the problem, it's the room.
Well, you could set it in your office.
Where?
Just looking over your shoulder.
Yeah, right behind me. No, man, I'm already feeling claustrophobic in there. I got too much crap.
Tell me
So-
about it.
I just listed my terror drone for sale.
Nice.
I mean, it's just so big,
Yeah.
you know. So, anyways, I should send the terror drone to Graber. Like he could use it as a playhouse.
Like a
Yeah.
bath. You could use it as a bath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's our first little thing there, little update, all things Star Wars. Next thing we got is there's a particular Star Wars actor that's not allowed to speculate on his character's return. And as you can see here in the title, it's Timothy Oliphant.
hmm
What was the name of the Marshal?
Yeah, he was Cobb Vanth. That's right. hmm
So he is not allowed to talk about whether or not he thinks his character will ever return. Surely his character will return.
You would think so, but
I mean, the last we saw him, he was in a Bacta tank, right? And so, they said, "What do you think? When will we see you again?" Right? And his response was, "I appreciate that question. I'm not allowed to talk about that." So I don't know. I mean, everyone's like reading into it. He didn't make no cutesy response. He just said, "I'm not allowed to talk about that." So I don't know. Use that. Take of that what you will. But he's in the Alien Earth show, and so they happen to ask him this
True.
question for
Yeah.
that on that press tour.
That's just a way to avoid any more questions. That's a way.
Yeah.
That's a great way to turn it off.
That's right.
So I'm not sure that the headline's not a little misleading.
Oh, it is Screen Rant. So
Exactly.
what can you do? What can you do?
No.
There is a Lego set coming out. Not that this means anything, because the Lego set's based on the Book of Boba Fett, but we are getting a Lego set next year with him on his speeder bike, and the minifig actually has him in this getup, which is, I think they're just combining a few things together, but they have him in the Boba armor getup, and then maybe there's going to be a new Cad Bane minifig there as well. So they are bringing some Mandalorian. I'm sure we'll see some Mandalorian merch that they maybe been holding on to. It'll come out, in advance of Mandalorian Grogu. I don't think that necessarily means he's in it, but that is coming next year also.
The Grogu Mandalorian movie it needs a strong supporting cast of characters. It needs Boba Fett. It needs the Marshal. It needs it needs Luke. It needs as much as it can get. Because I don't know how interested we're going to be in just watching Mando and Grogu on some adventure.
I have it on pretty good authority that that's all it is.
That's a bad idea. That's a very bad idea. You know, the best, like everything that I just mentioned to me represents the peak of The Mandalorian. You know, it was around the time Cobb Vanth showed up, and then Boba Fett shows up. There was a trajectory going up, and it just kept getting better and better and better, you know, and then what happened in season 3? None of those people. And the story got lost. So, yeah, I agree with Legion of Maul. It needs to be a good story, but a cast of supporting characters could definitely help it out.
Yeah. Well, it's Disney Star Wars. Gets a 0 out of 10 for Star Wars content for me.
Well, listen, as soon as we heard that we're bringing in Rod of the Hutt and Embo and doing things that seem to be new entrances just for this movie, I think that made us then kind of infer even less chance, right, that they would probably do anything like what you're talking about, Coach, and make it any more grandiose. Again, from what I understand, and this is funny because I come by this information from people who actually ultimately worked on the project secondhand, and those people said, please spread the word. There's no Luke, there's not, it's a very self-contained, fun Mando and Grogu on a mission, you know, think 2.5 episodes, you know, think a couple of longish episodes of a Mandalorian season, you know, on the screen with them needing to get something done. That's basically what it is. So there you go. I don't think we'll see Cobb Vanth in it.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Probably not.
Now, but I do think Tatooine is involved, and I think the sources that have spread some of this word, they didn't know exactly what all is happening on Tatooine, so I suppose it's possible. I think it's more likely we'll see Pelimoto than anyone else, right?
Oh my gosh.
Tatooine is involved, but I suppose, you know, there could be a Cobb Vanth moment. You know, it would be cool if they made him take over for Carl Weathers, right? They put him in place of Carl Weathers and make him sort of the officiant of that place. To me, that would be a cool way to use this character going forward. But that's just me being a fan.
Yep, I totally agree. Let's see. Venger sends in a £5 super chat. HasLab has a new crowdfunding project, a Star Wars Episode 2-3 clone LAAT. Nice for prequel fans. LAAT, Low Altitude Assault Transport.
It's a gunship. We would call it a gunship. The one
that's the ship Yoda was in.
You got it.
And Anakin or Padme falls out.
Yeah.
That's the one.
That's a cool, like it transported all the clones and they're jumping off of it to the battle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wonder if it comes with any clone figures or if it's just
absolutely it will. If it's a you know, they got the different tiers. And if it reaches tier 3, then it's going to come with all the bells and whistles. If it's HasLab, and it is.
How about it? So it comes with 2 clones. $449.99. Well,
now we don't know if it comes with them. It might have to reach level 2 or 3. Like it'll tell us.
Usually this, you're right. Usually this picture is I'll go to the bottom. This picture is
the bare bones.
Yeah, this is the left. This is what you get, I think, for $449.99. So you've got 2. The clone pilots normally have the yellow helmets, right? So you've got 2 clone pilots. Let's see, or clone and clone.
Here we go.
Coleman Traber exclusive carded figure. Who is Coleman Traber? The towering Jedi who used his stealth to confront Count Dooku early in the battle. Coleman Traber.
I remember him. I'm looking at
I
the
remember.
picture.
Yeah.
He got killed.
They all got, They all did.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
three of those.
Yep. All
Yeah.
three of those guys did.
So it looks
That-
like all of this, by the way, is just a couple. So 12,000 is another Jedi, right? So we've got Sassy Tin. This one, Geonosis Arena, was a Master Jedi Council during the final years of the Republic. And then tier 3 is Agent Kolar, another council member who assisted survivors after the battle. Fans will recognize him and Sassy Tin as part of the squad that joined Mace Windu to round up Emperor Palpatine in Episode 3. So they're kind of obscure, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's cool, because it's an exclusive. But I mean, yeah, I don't believe this has changed. Y'all correct me if it has, but if you support a HasLab project and it doesn't reach the minimum, you have lost that.
No, you get your money back.
You do?
Yeah, money come back.
In the very first ones, I don't believe that you did.
I don't know. I'm not sure on that.
Well, dude, we should be buying these every time, keeping them in the garage for a couple of years and then selling them.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Doesn't say how many. I thought somewhere it says how many have backed it so far, but I don't. Probably making everyone dizzy with all my scrolling, but I don't see how many people have backed it so far.
I think it was like 2,000.
Oh, there are the figures. Oh, it's only at 2,000. Oh, gracious, it has quite a ways to go then.
I wonder if those
Oh,
card
here it is.
figures.
It's all the way at the bottom. 2681 out of 8,000.
I wonder if those carded figures will ever be worth any money.
Okay, so HasLab projects, you only provide your payment information when backing a project, but the payment is only processed if the project is successfully funded.
That's nice. That's nice.
Which Jabba's sail barge. So I was gonna do that one when they had it, but I was like, God, $500. I really don't need to spend $500 on this. I mean, I wish I would have, but
I would tell you the truth. To me personally, I would have rather spent $500 on Jabba's sail barge than $450 on the gunship. But I mean, it's different folks for different folks. These gunships are super popular. Every time Lego puts one out, they go like gangbusters. Yeah. They're just in demand. People, especially obviously,
if you're a big
love them.
And I mean,
so what's the one HasLab anything that you wish you had?
The Rattler for me.
Over anything Star Wars?
No, I'd probably take Jabba's sail barge over that. But the Rattler is not far behind the sail barge.
I would rather have. I don't believe it's out yet. I believe No, it is out. The Sky Striker.
Oh yeah,
dude, have you seen? I think we looked at it. The Snowcat.
The Snowcat we looked at last week.
Man,
badass.
That's what they had graded at that store today, wasn't it, Coach?
The original Snowcat.
Yeah, the original Snowcat in pieces, all the pieces, the box, everything in this ginormous case, graded case. And I think it was, what was it, 80?
It was a 75.
75, wow. Yeah.
It's pretty cool though, man. I've never seen anything like it. The display, the acrylic case was huge.
Yeah.
Because it had to lay everything out where you
all
could
the
see
pieces,
it all.
Everything, yeah.
I'm like, it was neat, but I would rather have it like put together and then
displayed.
Yeah.
And then John Graber would play with it.
Yeah.
Of course he would.
Yeah. He'd take it out of the grating glass, break it open.
Oh, yeah.
Road killer.
Rip it out.
He says most people wanted a Sandcrawler or Death Star. Bro, if they ever make a Sandcrawler HasLab, I'll probably have to buy that.
That'd be cool. If they did a Death Star, golly, that'd probably be like $1,000. I don't even know how they would do that.
It would have to be like USS Flag size.
Yeah, it'd have to be bigger than that.
Well, the flag's 7.5 feet long.
Yeah.
So for the first time coming October, Lego's doing a UCS Death Star. It's like 38 inches by 36 inches by whatever, and they're having all the different scenes inside again, like, the throne room, the trash compactor, but apparently everyone thought it would just be totally, because it's $1,000
Yeah.
and it's like 9,000 pieces,
So
and
it's
everyone was
a
assuming,
Death Star 2?
well, we don't know. And so
Mhm.
everyone was assuming it would be a totally spherical Death Star with like panels that would come up, and then they would just put in an amalgamation of different scenes. And now it's come out that it's like half a Death Star with the laser, and then the front part is just like, think back as the Kenner thing when they just did levels of the Death Star, right? The
Right.
front part is basically a bunch of dioramas, for lack of a better word, and each
Yeah.
of the dioramas on the flat side, if you will, is going to be the scenes, and people are rioting. And I'm like, do you know how unrealistic it would be to make a totally spherical Lego Death Star and lifting up panels and seeing that? It would be, I don't think, obviously they couldn't do it, right? So that's coming out in October. It'll be the most expensive, and it might be the for Star Wars, Lego Star Wars, greatest number of pieces, over 9,000 pieces, and it'll be
Oh my God.
$999.99.
Mm.
So the one modern day toy that, and I think I've talked about this before, but the one modern day toy I wish I had, but I wouldn't buy it. I mean, I could buy it, but I don't have the room for it. That's why I don't have it.
Mm.
But it's not a HasLab. It was the Super 7 Thundercats Cat's Lair.
Yeah.
It's just so big. Me and Nick saw the box for it today.
Yeah. It was ginormous.
I mean, just not right. It's so big. Like, and I wouldn't mind having the Thunder Tank.
It was huge too.
It's
Yeah.
huge.
Those toys were so large.
Yep, they were. So, anyways, love the toys. That's one of the things that we do here at EBN. Donna Hergenrether has gifted 5 Echo Base Network
Hey,
memberships.
Donna.
So we want to say hello to all of our new members. And if you got one of those memberships, please let Donna get a thank you from you guys, because she deserves that. We appreciate your support, Donna, and you sending that in. And we got a little new member video that we want to play just for you. Welcome aboard, guys.
Welcome to the party, pal.
So
Yeah.
something's going on with Ahsoka. And the report here is that fans of Hayden Christensen's Anakin Skywalker are finally going to be very satisfied and fulfilled with what they get. Risman, why don't you tell us what that is?
Yeah, so this is something the direct covered, and again, this is a lot of inference, but basically what happened was on July or end of last month, or this end of this month, I guess. Hayden Christensen was supposed to appear in San Antonio at a con at Space Con, and he had to cancel. He had to cancel at the last minute due to filming of Ahsoka season 2, and I think night shoots. Nighttime film. That was two things happened. I'm mixing two things up. Night shoots for Ahsoka season 2 was Comic-Con Manchester, and I think the SpaceCon San Antonio might have been a past story that they've just combined in, because I remember that story. He was already filming there, and then he was supposed to be just in Comic-Con Manchester, and he had to back out of that because they needed him for nighttime shoots. Obviously, they're shooting in Pinewood Studios in London. So people are drawing a conclusion from this that we're going to get a lot of Anakin Skywalker in this. Well, let me be careful. We're going to get a lot of Hayden Christensen in Ahsoka season 2. So of course, then the further inference is him as Hayden, one way or the other.
I have a prediction.
Tell us.
I believe, obviously, we're getting Hayden Christensen back. I believe we're also going to get Ewan back in the Ahsoka series. it'll be some type of scene with the two of them, and I would not be shocked if we didn't get Yoda with them as well.
Because you and I are on the same wavelength. I think it's going to be Force Ghosts. I don't think it's going to be a lot of Clone Wars business and flashbacks and all that. I don't think so.
How cool would it be to have the three of them there as Force Ghosts? It would kind of be weird, though, because we've never seen Ewan as a Force Ghost.
Right. He wouldn't have been the right age, right? So, or I guess they could age him up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. And I mean, for all we know, Hayden's in, 3 scenes and they just happened to shoot him all when he was supposed to be at the cons, right? So you know what I mean? It's not like he's there all the time. They just called him in when they needed him. Okay, they needed him and now he's done. That's how it works, right? So don't get me wrong, I'd love to see more Hayden in the series. I'd love to see more I'd love to see Ewan in the series. Again, my concerns with Ahsoka season 2 don't have nothing to do with Hayden or Ewan. Being in that it's more around the story itself and where they're taking it and how all that's going to shake out. But this is the story because he had to miss the convention in Manchester.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we have been seeing him pop up a lot more in the last couple years because he was gone forever. And now he's back a lot. And they're on record talking about how they want to do more, especially Ewan McGregor. And if Ewan wants to do more, I'm sure Hayden Christensen wants to do more as well. And, it stands to reason that with Rosario Dawson and Ahsoka Season 2, that they're going to start trying to bring in some of these older characters because that's something that the fan base typically appreciates, So, and that could make it a lot more interesting for sure. So up next, the working titles for Sean Levy's Starfighter and Taika Waititi's Star Wars film. I thought it was just called Starfighter.
Well, it is, but these are the behind. So this is kind of backwards, right? Normally we get the behind the scenes, like how their set clothes, you know what I mean? What the crew clothes say, and when they're trying to keep it super secret, they give them these code names that are paid by these shell companies. So this article is talking about that stuff, right? So
Gotcha.
I think they're calling it Kyber Mist. So they'd be walking around in their clothes or whatever, or the production notes would say Kyber Mist. And apparently Blue Mist Productions is the production company behind it. And then the more interesting one is Taika Waititi, which, again, we didn't even know was actively doing anything. Right, I think there was a supposition that James Mangold's project would be next, and just because they gave Taika Waititi's project a name doesn't necessarily mean they're doing anything with it. But the name is
nothing.
You know what I mean? The name is somewhat ominous. It's Cosmic Doom, DOOM, Cosmic Doom.
Ooh.
And then Ghost Truck 6 is the production name. And then they go on to say the interpretation of these titles is left to your discretion for the time being. So it's a poorly written sentence, right? So I don't know if that leads you to believe that this Nexus Point News knows why they're called, has more information about why they're called this, or they're just making a statement, right? This is what there is. We'll find out later when these movies materialize, maybe why they were called what they're called. But yeah, I don't know. I still don't think Waititi's movie is ever going to happen.
Me neither.
So we have another story that we'll get to in just a second that has further speculation of a different movie, which is going to go into production in 2026, which would then make it the next movie. This is what happens, right? When we don't know anything more than Starfighter, everyone starts speculating about what's next.
Is the Rey movie back on?
Here we go.
That's the one.
Rey movie's back on the menu, boys.
That's the one, apparently. And this is our friend Daniel RPK. He's making his Patreon money. Bless him. He's been putting out a lot of information on Patreon. He says Chris Evans is going to be in a Star Wars project. That was another thing he's put out recently. And now, of course, according to him, the Rey movie, and this is what we've been led to believe is the original Charmaine Chanot, oh boy, that movie, the one called the Rey movie, is supposed to go into production at some point in 2026, which would then mean it would be the next movie to come out after Starfighter.
They have no plan.
They're on the non-planned plan.
It's to me, it's more like whoever gets out of the gate first wins. You know what I mean? It's almost like it's a race.
Well, the smartest thing that Lucasfilm has done is come up with a movie to come out with before the Rey movie. And again, it happens to be the movie that they didn't even make a big official announcement about. They remember how they announced the Mandalorian Grogu movie?
Yeah, in a Star Wars news blog,
in a
right?
Star Wars blog post
by the Star Wars team, right? The
Yeah.
Star Wars team post.
and it was like a paragraph. And that's actually the movie that's coming out next because all they've had is bad ideas.
Mm.
I kind of wish that the Rey movie was next because we would just be able to sit back and laugh at the fire.
It would make for a good roast for sure.
Well,
I don't even know how well this Mando Grogu is going to do at the box office.
I don't either. I need to see a trailer.
Yeah, they dropped that trailer a year ago. Actually, it was over a year ago.
And they never really even dropped it.
Yeah, it was only shown to people at who was at the panel at Celebration, and then at was it D23 last August?
Yep.
And then that was it. And it has still publicly has not been dropped. And that was over a year ago when they had that trailer put together.
And I agree with Super Dimensional. The problem with Starfighter is it looks like it's a continuation of the sequel trilogy.
Yeah.
We know that the setting is after Episode 9, so it certainly is that.
5 years. 5 years after Episode 9.
Yeah. So everything's 5 years later.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Right. And then the other funny thing on the point Nick was making about the Mandalorian and Grogu footage, which had a lot of interior of an AT-AT, right? That was like the big thing they kept showing. Well, I guess I had missed this. It's bubbled back up recently that at Star Wars Celebration, Jon Favreau mentioned that not only did they optimize filming for IMAX, they actually built a full-size walker. And I don't think that means legs and all, maybe, right? But he said they actually built a full-size walker to do those scenes. And so while that sounds cool, if you haven't seen the trailer or the sizzle reels they put out, you wouldn't even know there was a walker in the movie.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I don't even know. You know what I mean? It's just such a weird. I mean, at this point, what are they waiting for to put something out, more official? Because they've skipped all the Comic-Cons. They weren't in San Diego. They weren't in CinemaCon. There is a D23 coming up later this month in Orlando. I guess they could show something there. But anyway, whatever movie's coming next ain't coming out until at least 2028 anyway. It almost doesn't matter. Who cares?
Yeah. And by that time, I mean, there could be so much more damage that has happened. Those movies might not even get made. We don't know. So now I hope that doesn't happen. I mean, I'm not for that. I would love to see Star Wars be great again.
Yeah.
But
Well,
we're so far away from that.
Well, and the other thing about Starfighter is Celebration, the 50th anniversary of Star Wars, obviously, is in 2027. And Celebration is in April. And then the Mandalorian and Starfighter movie comes out in May. So you know what I mean? That's kind of like the big thing they would talk about, at least currently, in that big celebration would have to be Starfighter, right? Because that's going to be the theatrical that's very close by. And I hope George is there and other things happen. I don't mean to say they're going to minimize the 50th anniversary to just talking about Starfighter, but that's really their anniversary release, if you will, unless they do something with the original trilogy. Who knows? So there's really a lot riding on that movie being good.
So Nick, what does Return of the Jedi, Star Wars, Iron Eagle, Top Gun, and The Last Starfighter all have in common?
Good God.
I'll say it again. Return of the Jedi, Star Wars, The Last Starfighter, Top Gun, and Iron Eagle. What do they all have in common?
Big, huge battles.
Yeah. Dogfights.
Yeah.
And that's something, in my opinion, a lot of dogfights I don't think would have made the sequel trilogy better at all.
No.
But if you're going to have Star Wars, we need battles like that. And they need to be epic. They need to be great. They got that right in Rogue One.
Mm-hmm.
Agree?
Totally.
Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah, I like that whole battle at the end of Rogue One.
So a movie, you know, Starfighter, if we're gonna get like Rogue Squadron out fighting, that could be pretty interesting. But the problem again is it's a continuation of a story that few people care about.
Yeah.
It has to completely separate itself from all of that.
I think they will. I don't think this is gonna. I don't think Poe Dameron's gonna show up. Right. I don't
better
think
not.
I don't think it's gonna be that kind of story. Again, if I had to put money on any tie-in to anything, if the story is him getting his Force-sensitive nephew to be trained, then I would put money on at the very end of the movie he hands the kid off to Rey. Right? If I was going to put money on any kind of a tie-in in this movie, which they've said there won't be, which of course we don't believe anything they say.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're going to be picking. This is not going to be, episode 10. On your point, if it's called Starfighter, there should be some starfighting.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Brogan.
Michael Vick.
Dog fights. Hilarious, bro. You quit it, man. Quit it. Oh my goodness.
Oh, Michael Vick.
All right. So by the way, props to Michael Vick, man. I saw in an interview not long ago, they were asking about, what happened to all your wealth? Because he was like, he's on record. I mean, he'll talk about it. He's not a rich man anymore. And he was like, I helped my people. And they were like, what do you mean you helped your people? And he was like, just because I obtained a couple, $20 million doesn't mean I wasn't going to help my people when they needed help. He said, so when I got $20 million, I spread it around to all my people. And he was like, and I don't regret it. And I was like, that's the key right there. He doesn't regret it. He had $20 million. He's not really a millionaire anymore. And he's perfectly at peace with that. A lot of people can't understand that. I think that's pretty dang awesome. Doesn't mean he's not living comfortably.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. I would keep enough to live comfortably, but all my family, close friends and stuff, and all their stuff would be paid off.
Yeah, especially if we had, the kind of wealth we're talking today. Like,
oh yeah.
Craziness. All right. So up next, did you watch George Lucas's interview? What did you think about it? Did you notice how when George Lucas walked down on stage, he walked right by Doug Chang? It did not even acknowledge him. I don't think he did that maliciously. That's just how it happened. Him walking out to the crazy applaud. The fans went nuts. How much Star Wars did we talk about at this thing?
None.
0.
None. I wonder if that was a agreement going into it. George was like, "Look, no Star Wars."
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I think he's kind of over and done with it.
But here's some takeaways. He walked out there perfectly fine.
He looked good.
His mind was sharp. He is not an invalid. He appears to be in good health. And his wife is not at home being a brutal taskmaster, making him do the dishes and stuff.
Yeah.
Which is what everybody on the internet was saying. They got George tied up in the basement.
Yeah.
Remember all that crap?
Yes, I remember.
It's amazing what Star Wars fans will just believe. you know.
She was in control of his finances, remember, Coach? She
And
was,
here we
she was
are.
doing all of that.
We could obviously sit here and speculate. That's what we're doing. He didn't talk about Star Wars. Does that mean he hates them? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe he just is ready to move on. Maybe he don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's putting a full-size Grievous on his wheel bike, an N1 Starfighter, and Luke's Landspeeder from his personal collection into his museum.
Right.
So he's, you know what I mean? So I don't think he's totally done with his showing how much he loves the legacy he created. He came out. They played John Williams when he came out, right? Of course, they played the Star Wars theme song. He almost. I think part of the reason why Coach he was walking as fast as he was is he wanted him to stop playing the song.
Really?
That's what I took out of it. He wanted to get to Queen Latifah, say hello, and sit his ass down.
Out of all the people to, introduce him, I never would have pictured or picked Queen Latifah.
I don't know where she came from.
Queens.
Yeah.
Well,
like I was literally like, really? This is who is introducing?
What do you got against Queen Latifah, man?
I mean, nothing. It's just I would not have picked her to introduce him. Like I would have gotten like Mark Hamill, who's a freaking nut job, or Hayden, or somebody. No, you know what would have been awesome if Marsha Lucas would have came there. She introduced them. He probably wouldn't even have walked out on stage.
And by the way, on the Doug Chang of it all, if people want to say who is George's apprentice, who really is the one, it's Doug Chang. Doug Chang's a board member on this, just like Benicio del Toro. Doug Chang wasn't there just for grins and giggles, right? And he had said when he spoke at
Benicio del Toro.
Benicio del Toro is also a board member. They're I don't know where that comes from necessarily, but
I think you're talking about Guillermo.
Oh, Guillermo del Toro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Guillermo del Toro.
Benicio del Toro from The Way of the Gun?
Not Benicio.
Yeah, I was like,
Guillermo.
actor?
Yeah. All
and
right.
so, but the Doug Chang, he's like, he always tells the story. He's like, I thought I was pretty good at art and all that until I met George and realized I didn't know anything about narrative art at all, and George has taught me everything. And, he's constantly saying everything, Doug Chang, everything that Doug does for Star Wars today is totally influenced by things George taught him. I would offer he's far more of an apprentice of George Lucas than Dave Filoni is.
Yeah. Well, screw Dave Filoni.
Did Coach freeze? He looks.
Oh.
No, he's there.
No,
Okay,
there
I
he
couldn't
is.
tell if he froze or not.
I am here.
And
All
so,
right.
6,500. There was 6,500 people there. It was the biggest crowd, I think they said, at any Hall H presentation of all time, and he got a standing ovation as he left.
And
As
he
well
deserved
should
that.
have. Yes.
I saw Star Wars Theory almost got kicked out of the event before it even started.
What?
Oh, I didn't hear this.
Yeah. So all right. Just to be clear, I don't know if he was being serious or if he's joking, but I watched his. So he did a video talking about being there at Comic-Con, being in that room for that panel, and he looks at the camera and is like, "I almost got kicked out of here for talking to too many of you guys." I guess because people kept coming up to him and he was talking to fans in the hall there, right next to where his seat was, and I guess they told him he had to stop or something.
So he didn't get to talk to George Lucas.
No. He, as far as I know, I don't believe he actually got.
We would already know if he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very few fans have actually got to meet George Lucas.
Yeah. Scott
Especially
Westbrook.
these during these times and days.
Scott Westbrook has sent in a $5 super sticker.
Hell, Scott.
I'm not quite sure what it is. I can't see.
Oh,
it
it's
on
the
this
great
device.
job. It's the great job. Thumbs
Awesome.
up. Great job.
Well, thank you very much, Scott, for that super chat. We appreciate your support, and this is for you, sir. You know what I just realized?
What? What'd you realize?
Nick, you suck.
What?
You deleted my goat.
No, I didn't.
I sure did.
Oh, hold up.
Risman did it.
No, I didn't.
Oh, I thought you said you did.
I love the goat.
You deleted my goat.
I don't remember deleting it.
Echo-based network. Yeah, don't come on the show and act like you're like, you can be nice to Santa, that's cool, but don't go and try to do hit pieces on me and Megan and then show up like it's all cool. You're kind of a dick, all right?
We kept that.
The goat's gone.
The goat is gone.
Well, we'll just throw it back on there. You
Well,
have it, don't you?
Green Lantern, I'm sorry. The goat is gone.
And you can drag them around now, by the way. That's a new change they made. But yeah, I don't. Maybe when they just updated the way that all layout goes, it got deleted for some reason.
Yeah,
Because they did
weird.
just change that functionality.
It looks like a bunch of our stuff got deleted.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it now too. I wonder if it's
There's a bunch of stuff not on here anymore.
Like what?
There was a Chris Gore intro for when we have him. There was an R&B one on here. It's gone.
yeah, I don't know. But they
No
did
idea.
just make a change to that. Anyway, that's not.
That sucks.
Oh, okay, yeah. What did I want to do? Oh, so the George Lucas thing, they didn't make it. That's what I was doing. I distracted myself. They didn't make it public, but I did find, if anyone hasn't seen it and they want to see it, I'll put it in the chat. The panel. I did find someone who recorded it.
Yeah, the whole panel is online.
Okay, I couldn't find it. So if it's maybe out there somewhere.
Yeah, no, I think it's on Theory's channel. I think he posted the whole uncut interview from start.
Yeah, I just found this other channel who was. All I'm saying is you had to be there and take the video. They haven't made it.
Yeah.
So I just put in the live chat. If anyone hasn't seen it, it's about 50 some odd minutes. I had found this other channel who was there and they took it. So there you go. It was interesting. Interesting. He really, you can tell. And some of his soundbite comments have been out and about, his views on art and what it means to people, and just sort of, what we always say here, like what you like, don't let anyone tell you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like and this kind of thing. But just to hear him put it in his own words, it was just great. It was just great to hear.
Yeah. Which, speaking of like what you like, me and Coach had a conversation about this movie today while we're out running around. Happy Gilmore 2, I think, is one of the worst things I've seen in a long time.
And Coach said the same thing. I haven't watched it, but I know other people who have watched it and they've loved it.
I did not laugh not one time.
Freaking painful.
Ugh.
I literally was pausing it just to see how much time was left, because I was ready for it to be over.
I stopped with 25 or 30 minutes left, and that movie was way
you didn't
too
even
dang
see
long.
the end?
I did not. Don't care, never will.
Yeah. And the thing is, I was looking forward, because the first Happy Gilmore movie, I could still watch that movie to this day.
Yeah, I don't think that stuff's fun anymore, bro.
Yeah, I liked it. That and what was the other one he did?
Billy Madison?
Yeah, Billy Madison. Yeah.
I
don't laugh out loud when I watch those now, but I still enjoy them.
I don't think
they're on.
I guess my tastes have changed since I got older. I don't find Adam Sandler funny.
I liked his early stuff.
I think I liked Waterboy. Waterboy is a funny,
Waterboy is
funny
pretty
one.
funny.
But I'm with you all. I'm with you, Coach, on Adam Sandler now. Because people said he's acting just the same or whatever, and I also don't find him particularly funny now. I think he was.
I like Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
I just don't think he's funny.
He's of a time, right? Those movies, and he's of a time where people were silly funny like that, and I think you know what I mean. I think there was some funny by association.
He was on a roll, and when Billy Madison came out, I thought it was funny then when I was 17 or whatever I was, and then Happy Gilmore, Wedding Singer was all right, but dude, when he came out with Little Nicky, it was all downhill from there.
Yeah, I remember that.
That movie was not good.
Yeah, it really was not.
I literally watched it one time when it was new. I've never seen it again.
What was the one where he gets the kid?
Grown Ups?
No. Which Grown Ups was not bad. The one where he had the kid was Scuba
and
Steve.
He teaches him how to pee.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name of it.
I thought that one was pretty funny. Mr. Deeds, I didn't really think it was like funny, but
Big Daddy. Venger says Big Daddy.
Yeah, Big Daddy. Yeah.
Venger always comes in with that
Venger
freaking
knows.
answer, dude.
Venger knows.
If we ever go on like Family Feud or something, we need Venger.
Yeah.
Just don't ask him who Michael Vick is, though. He didn't know who Michael Vick was. But he knows Big Daddy. He knows Big Daddy. Oh my.
That's funny. All right. Well, so up next. Oh gosh. So I don't know anything about this.
This is such a nothing burger, but I put it in here.
Yeah, I heard about this. Yeah.
I put it in here just because it's talking about their desire to not necessarily bring Schwarzenegger back, but they want to do more with Dutch.
Yeah,
and so what they
let's wait till he's 78.
Well, the thing is, in the animation stuff, like they're doing with Killer of Killers, they're try bringing him back in that. You know?
Well, and that's exactly what they did. It's not here, but I don't know if you all remember the end of Killer of Killers. They sort of go into like it's almost like the Ark of the Covenant where they're putting it away, but there's these cryo tubes, right? Mm-hmm. And they go past these cryo tubes, and you see the prey person. And what they've done now is they added in 30 seconds. So right after you see the prey lady. Then next you see Danny Glover's character from Predator 2. And then next you see Dutch in their own tubes. Yeah. That's what they added in as though they're frozen and they could be resuscitated and brought back and stories could be told with them further. Again, I don't know if they're and so that's what they're saying here is there's really a desire to continue on. Dan Trachtenberg wants to continue on talking about this. And it looks like Schwarzenegger, and they got Schwarzenegger's permission. Did they have to? I don't know. But they did ask Schwarzenegger, could we use your likeness? I don't know if they, why, but it's in here very specifically somewhere. And it looks like they want to do something with Dutch. So there you go.
By the way, Brogu, we are your white people.
Yeah. I'd be fine with them bringing him back and doing it in animation like this because you can get away with so much more. And Killer of Killers I thought it was pretty decent. Like I didn't absolutely love it, and I didn't think it was like the greatest thing ever. But I thought it was decent for the first Predator animation type.
I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah. Oh, you still need to, you would, I still think you would like it, Coach.
Yeah.
So yeah. And then the last thing they mentioned here, for better or for worse, and this is kind of being set up in Predator Badlands, but the last comment he made was they're interested in doing a new Alien versus Predators movie, right? They'd like to go back there.
Yeah. And hopefully it happens off world, not on Earth and Antarctica. Just like, golly. There were several parts of that movie, the first AVP movie. And the thing is, when that thing was being made and they were dropping news on it, every single day I was on that movie's website looking for updates. That was my most anticipated movie of maybe all time that I could think of at the time.
Not more than The Phantom Menace. Quit it.
No, not more than that. But it was up there. It was up there.
All right, I'll go with that.
And man, when it came out, I was just like, what was that?
Yeah.
The fat predators that were
they made it like
steroids.
So before that movie came out, it's like Alien and Predator went together like a cheese and a burger, man.
Yeah.
But after that movie, it's like the two don't mix anymore because it was that bad.
Yeah. They still mix it, just definitely not it with that.
We've never seen them mix in an actual movie well.
No, honestly, we haven't.
And that might be the dangerous part with this new Alien show.
Yeah. But the thing is, there's bits and pieces and parts in the AVP movies that I liked. Like when the Predator was in Requiem, when he was in the sewers, in the aliens in the sewers.
Of course.
Like I liked that whole section of the movie.
So with this new Alien series coming out, we know that there's going to be more than just aliens, more than just xenomorphs.
Yeah.
What are the odds a Predator shows up and we get at least a freaking cameo
at the very end?
So what I know about this is only what I read in a recent article. And in the article, Noah Hawley said part of their motivation for bringing the additional alien species along is he wanted to recreate some of the unknown that we all experienced with not understanding how the xenomorph becomes a xenomorph, right? So he wanted to bring other alien species along that could, infect humans, if you will, for lack of a better word. So to kind of bring that awe and wonder back. So personally, I don't think we're going to see a Predator, and they may surprise me. I would love it. Right. I do think, though, with what they're setting up in Predator Badlands and Weyland-Yutani being a part of the whole picture. And listen, I trust this new batch of folks, whether it's Fede, whether it's Noah Hawley, whether it's Dan Trachtenberg. I trust this new group of folks to put together more of a coherent Alien versus Predator story based upon the track record we have going on. Because I don't think Alien Earth is going to disappoint us, by the way. They showed the first episode at San Diego Comic-Con, and it was well received by the crowd. So I'm kind of excited now if they want to go this route. I think this would be the right time to bring it forward.
Man, so that franchise has been through it, man.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, for a fan, Nick, you speak on this. This is more your expertise than mine. But I feel like for the hardcore fan of the Alien and Predator franchise, the all-time low would be Alien Resurrection, which is it's so low, it's like the sequel trilogy low.
I don't know if anything can be as bad as sequel trilogy, but
Alien Resurrection is unwatchable.
It was pretty bad.
Unwatchable. It's so bad.
Now there are parts in that movie I actually like too. When the alien is in the water and it's swimming through the water and stuff, cool. Like we had not ever seen a xenomorph in water swimming. Like I thought that sequence in that movie was pretty cool. There was a couple scenes and parts in that movie that I liked, but for the most part, overall, the movie was god awful and unwatchable for sure.
But look at what a turn that franchise is undergoing right now.
Yeah.
It's coming up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's showing that it's got some longevity. Because just a few years ago, if you had asked me, I would have said there's no hope for this franchise. It is dead.
Yeah.
I certainly wouldn't have put money on getting a curated, very expensive television series.
Exactly.
Dealing with it.
That should get multiple seasons.
Yeah. Which is planned for. He has a plan. It's not supposed to be a one and done, because he also does Fargo, right? So the question they asked him was, so what happens next? Are you doing Alien Earth 2? Are you going back to Fargo? What's the story? And I think what he said was, if I remember correctly, I think he said something like, if it doesn't do well, he said, we're going on to Fargo. He said, but if the series does well, we're going to do more Alien. I think that's what I remember him saying. So FX is all in on this, right? They didn't cheap out on it. It's all filmed practically. There's people in xenomorph suits running around all over the place, right? Yeah. I mean, they really went all in on this series.
Yeah. And I mean, same thing with Fede Alvarez's Romulus. Even though there was stuff in it I just was not a fan of.
It was a well done movie.
It was a well done, yeah. The love that they poured into that, you could see it on screen.
Covenant was a well done movie too. You just don't like it.
Oh yeah, I'm not a fan.
But
Freaking
you know what?
Ridley Scott, I just don't want him anywhere around the Alien franchise.
So I went and watched
anymore.
Covenant with you here in your hometown.
Yeah.
And I liked it perfectly fine. But you know what? I have not watched it since the night we saw it in the theater.
Yeah.
And that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And the interesting thing about this is they asked Noah Hawley, they said, how much are you influenced by Ridley Scott, what he did, and some of the more controversial things or whatever? And Noah Hawley very politely was like, my Alien, he said, was Alien and Aliens.
Yeah.
He said, so everything I did in this series, he said, was what I liked, what I grew up with, and what I really wanted to tie into.
Yeah.
He said, the rest of that, he said, is not mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
yeah. And I have a little bit of some concern with all this happening on Earth. Again, that's my only thing about this show. I mean, hopefully they explain it and it makes sense to the overall lore and continuity of the Alien franchise. But that's literally my only concern.
I think they'll contain it in a way that the only people that ever see the thing are going to be the ones, you know what I mean, the ones they dispatch to take care of it. I think we'll be okay there. He's been a little wishy-washy about when it occurs, and the official logline is 2 years before Alien. So
I just thought of something.
What now? 2 years before Alien.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Aliens.
No.
We covered this. We covered
I
this.
know what you covered, but the official logline says.
Oh yes. But Hawley is on
been-
record saying the events in Alien has already taken place.
They asked him again in this last interview, and he said he made it sound like in this last interview it was before Alien.
Yeah.
Oh
so
my goodness. They don't know what they're doing then.
Yeah. I think he's getting. I think he misspeaks. Like when he's thinking about the movies, he might say Aliens.
He said Nostromo, and he didn't mean to. I got you.
Well, no. Yeah. Well, the Nostromo is from the first
that's what
Alien
I did.
movie. That's right. That's right. Yeah. When you were thinking of the Sulaco.
Yes.
From Aliens. But I literally just thought of this while we were having this conversation. This is how I think it would make sense in Alien. So when that ship crashes, that ship goes out and is collecting all these different specimens and species of different organisms and all this sort of stuff. They got 5 different ones. The xenomorph is one of them. I think they get 2 of each or something like that. But anyways, they could have ended up getting the xenomorph from LV-426. And then after this show ends, they're like, this is where we got it. And they're like, oh, we actually have a cargo freighter on its way back that's going to be passing right through that system. We can divert them and get them to bring us some more back, because they basically all get killed. Like the xenomorphs, they don't have anymore, and they want to get more. That could make sense to the continuity and have that going into Alien. Is a possibility.
And the context was, you're telling a prequel story, right? How does your prequel story tie into Ridley Scott's prequel story? And that's when he said, I'm not dealing with that. I'm dealing with the prequel story that, to me, is very xenomorph focused and is more in line with what we experienced for the first time in 1979.
Yeah, I think he's only using Alien in Aliens is
so he's getting away from Prometheus and Covenant.
Correct.
Yeah.
So David's not going to be in this movie.
No.
Thank God.
And he was very nice about it. He's like, it's not that those things didn't happen, and Ridley recontextualized, some things. He said, I'm coming again. He was very emphatic. He's like, I'm coming at this as a fan of Alien and Aliens.
Yeah.
So that made me, even if he doesn't know what year it took place, peace and love, right? I think he'll care for us, Nick, on the xenomorph of it all and not breaking if he loves it as much as he says he does, and I believe him.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I see it in the trailer. I see it in the trailers. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this show. It's the one big show that I'm looking forward to this year.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, up next, some dude named Ronald Moore.
Oh, I had to do it. Had to bring up the legend.
Some dude named Ronald Moore is doing a show about God of something.
God of War.
Yeah.
Who is this Ron Moore guy?
Listen, not only who is he, but you sent me that little note, that little picture of him with Robert Meyer Burnett.
Yeah.
So they drug Ron Moore onto their Starship SmackDown panel. So that funny Starship, and they drug him on there. He stayed the whole time. And then he came over and he had dinner with them for 2 hours. And of course, R&B bent his ear all about For All Mankind, of course, because we know he's the showrunner of that as well. Didn't ask any. Oh, by the way, before I forget, anyone who hasn't seen Killer of Killers, who is a Patreon member, it is still there. I did put Killer of Killers on Patreon, so you can watch it there if you want. But the Ron Moore of it all, he was very into asking a whole bunch of questions about For All Mankind, and R&B was funny. He was like, I think Ron was a little taken aback on how seriously I take that. I take that universe and the different questions that were being asked or whatever. But this story here about God of War, I think there's been some trepidation. When will it take place? How true will it be to the game? How is Ron Moore approaching it? And so who will be the lead? Right. Yeah. And I don't know, Nick, you probably know more about God of War than I do. I don't know anything about God of War.
I have played every single God of War game. Every single one of them. I have not beaten Ragnarok yet, but I'm over halfway through the game. But I love that game series. That is a great game series. And if they can so right now in the current place of the game, it's happening during the what is it? The Viking
Nordic?
Yeah, Norse mythology. Yeah.
Okay.
When originally it was all the Greek mythology stuff. So I'm sure that's probably where they'll start with Zeus and Hades and all them. But yeah, they have got to nail. I just don't know. I just don't know who they're gonna get. I hope it's not like The Rock.
Jason Momoa.
He actually probably wouldn't be that bad.
John Cena.
In that, oh God, not John Cena. They need somebody who
Dave Bautista. What I mean?
Oh God, Dave Bautista. He looks like a freaking woman now. Yeah, definitely not him. And I've hung out with him at a bar before when he was full of testosterone, and now he's just full of estrogen. So yeah, Batista would not be a good pick.
Yeah, the guy that does Reacher.
Yeah.
Daniel Richmond. Alan
Richardson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He actually might not be bad because the thing is, this is Kratos from the current for the Norse mythology.
So here's a couple of things about Kratos, right? Ron Moore didn't give much away. He said Kratos will be the lead, supported by his son Atreus. Right?
Oh, so they are doing the current Norse mythology.
Well, but down here at the end, he says, the question says, so yes, Atreus is in it. So in terms of Kratos, there's been different incarnations of him. Are you familiar with the earlier versions of God of War? And is there a chance that we will get little dollops of that? And Ron Moore said, well, maybe. You'll have to wait and see.
That almost sounds like I don't really know what you're talking about. I'm gonna have to research this some more.
Well, so Ron Moore did share that his knowledge of this is looking at all the cutscenes and sort of understanding the story and trying, and the characters resonated with him. And then he goes on to say here, you know, the tone of the show. The tone of the show is trying to emulate the tone of the game. It's an epic journey, the heartfelt story of these two men setting out on this thing to honor the memory of his wife, Atreus' mother. So it has this emotional heart, but there's a sense of history, who Kratos is, the mystery about his past, what he represents, the emotions that he's going through. So there's weight to it, but not so much weight that there's not enjoyment along the way. And there's spectacle, and there's lots of things going on in this world.
Yeah. So I don't know if I want to spoil something, because I don't know how many people here are really interested in playing the game or the show. So I'm just going to give a 5-second warning. Mute if you don't want to be spoiled about Kratos and his son Atreus. But Atreus is, you come to find out that Atreus is actually Loki. He's actually, Loki is the son of Kratos and his mother. And that's Loki as a child. Very, very, the very first God of War, which God, I can't remember the name of it. There's been so many, but the very first one where he's in the Norse mythology with his son was epic. All the God of War games are epic. If anybody out there is a gamer and you guys have not played even the earlier ones like God of War 1, 2, and 3, they're awesome. Tons and tons of fun. But yeah, the only thing is, like I said, they got to get the casting for Kratos right on this. That will make or break the show, in my opinion.
And the only thing he said directly about Atreus here is, so what is your take on Atreus as a character? And Ron Moore says, well, again, we want to honor the game and what they laid out for Atreus' journey. He's a young man who doesn't know his father very well, that sets out on this mission, and along the way, they learn about each other. So I always joke about Ron Moore being a legend, and it's partially facetious, but it's partially true. I think he'll do right by this. I don't think he's going to monkey around with it. I don't think he'll do things, Nick, that's going to piss you off. I think he'll put together a good screenplay here. And on your point, he's really good at casting. If you look back at Battlestar Galactica or For All Mankind and these things that he's been involved in casting, they're supremely well cast. And I think Amazon, this is an Amazon MGM thing. I think they'll give him the leeway because he's Ron Moore, candidly.
Yeah.
How many people in chat have watched For All Mankind?
Put a 1. If you've watched For All Mankind, we're 50 strong. If you watched For All Mankind, put a 1. If you haven't watched it, put a 0.
I'll give the show a 9.25 out of 10.
It's a solid 7 out of 10.
I've not watched the show yet, so
Mattuine gave it a 1 out of 10.
No. I said
no.
1 if you've watched
he put
it.
A 1.
0 if you haven't.
I'm like, what? I usually am like agreeing with everything Mattuine says.
Yeah,
okay,
Mattuine just put 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
I give it a 9 out of 10 also, by the way. For All Mankind, it shows that people can still produce good science fiction. This and Foundation and Silo and Fallout. There are notable examples of non-Disney stuff, again, that's science fiction that's quite well done in that's out there being produced, for sure.
Yeah, it's amazing. Nick, you should totally watch it.
Yeah, it's on my list of things to watch.
Quite a few seasons to get through, but it's worth it. And they're doing a spin-off.
You couldn't get into Foundation though, huh?
I got through like the first 4 or 5 episodes of Foundation, and God, it was just slow. And
I hate that.
I was just like, oh.
Season 3 is so good.
I don't think
It's
you'll
so
feel
good.
that way with For All Mankind.
No.
Like it almost felt sort of like very Dune-like.
See, that's the thing. Like when I watch movies like that, I enjoy just sitting in it.
Yeah,
So it going really slow doesn't bother me at all.
yeah,
Like I'm just enjoying the world.
yeah.
That's how I
and,
feel.
and part of the reason why I think For All Mankind is so enjoyable is because it sort of is an alternate not sort of, it's an alternate reality show, right? So it's
Yes.
very grounded in US history, but then they twist it, right?
Yes.
And then each season is a
Ronald
different
Reagan
year.
is on camera saying stuff he ain't ever said before.
That's right. That's right. And
They pull it off.
So it's just
Amazing.
it's so well thought out and well planned. Totally recommend. Can't wait for it to come back. And they're doing a spinoff called Star City. I don't know which one comes when back.
How many seasons are there of that show?
This will be the 5th season that comes out.
4, I thought. Yeah.
Oh, so 4 total. And I'm guessing, what is it? Like 8 to 10 episodes per season?
Yeah. And it's totally bingeable. Once you start watching it, you will
1 hour episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You won't want to stop, dude. You're just going to want to keep. When they get to the moon and they're there, you're not going to want to stop.
Nope.
All right.
Spoiler alert. They go to the moon.
And there's some hot chicks in that show.
Okay.
It's very well cast. Very well cast.
It's very well cast.
Yes.
Yeah. I watched some show that was very well cast last night on Showtime. I can't.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no. Moving on.
Oh my
Moving right along.
Boom. All right.
Here's another
Wolfenstein TV series in development
Yeah,
at Amazon.
Oh yeah, I heard something about this.
It's another Amazon. Amazon's really trying. They are really trying.
Well, after their failure with the Lord of the Rings, Wangs of Power, and the 3 more things they got to do for that horse crap, they're probably trying to do anything they can to try to make up for it.
Yeah, I don't trust this, man, with Amazon. I mean, I could totally see them like hiring Queen Latifah to be,
Yeah.
in the show just out of nowhere.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes Amazon, like Reacher is on Amazon, and other than sort of them jumping the shark a bit at the end of season 2, I've liked every single season of Reacher. So I don't know. Yeah, Amazon's just really hit and miss. But it seems like the really big stuff that they do, they just don't do it very well. Didn't the trailer for what was it, Terminal List 2 or
it's the prequel called Dark Wolf? It looks great.
Yeah,
Taylor
yeah.
Kitsch as the lead, and
exactly.
Pratt's going to be in it again. Mhm.
Yep. So, it's stuff like that that's like, okay.
I really think Amazon gets the bad rap because their biggest miss was really big, right? Rings of Power. When you think about a lot of the other things that I've seen on Amazon Prime, they've all been pretty solid. And a lot of them have been very heavily based on real source material, not the made up stuff that they're doing for Rings of Power, right? When they're actually using books and having people come, like the Bosch stuff that they did, and then they put out a Ballard series, and these are all based Cross. They did an Alex Cross series. They're really good at taking things that are based on books and staying true to form there and maybe, I don't know, Wolfenstein wasn't on my bingo card. And I looked up this Patrick Somerville, who is apparently the creator, writer, and executive producer, and he did The Leftovers on HBO. If you all ever watched the show called The Leftovers.
Never did.
It's a portion of the population got taken away and nobody knew why. And the people who were left behind were
they got Thanos.
Yeah, and the whole series was around, there were several seasons of it around that. But John Nolan and Lisa Joy are attached to it. I don't think we really know anything else about this at this time other than it was previously announced that it was going to be a film version, but that never happened. Oh, should this project move forward? Hold on a second. It's in development. Exact plot details are being kept under wraps, but the incredible official logline of the series simply states, The story of killing Nazis is evergreen. That's the log. That's the log line.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if they just put a bunch of people with MAGA hats on in this and made it for the modern audiences.
I don't think they'll do that. I mean, I think it'll be a World War II. I mean, gracious, why would you bother with Wolfenstein if you weren't actually going to put it in World War II and kill Nazis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when I first got that game, I could only play it for so long. Same with Doom, because I would start getting motion sickness playing those, with that slow frame rate and the real jerky, wall turning, and I could not play those. The first Dark Forces game was like that. After a while, I had to walk away from it.
And so it goes on to say, if it happens, it'll be produced by the same. The production company will be the same as for Fallout. And this Somerville fella, he has been a fan of Wolfenstein games since he was a child. He's best known known in the TV space for creating the shows Maniac at Netflix, Station 11 at HBO Max, and then of course The Leftovers. And he did a couple of episodes of 24 Live Another Day also. So he knows how to make TV. Seems to be a fan of Wolfenstein. Anytime we go back to World War II and try and do things with it nowadays, I just don't know if the audience is there for it. Is the audience even still there for Wolfenstein? I mean, who would they even be making this for? I have no idea.
Yeah, I have no clue. And the thing is, it is rare for a video game movie to actually do well.
Oh, but you just sent me a video the other day of praising Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Oh, yeah. That was... Yeah, so if you guys have not heard of a channel called Space Ice, they just did a Mortal Kombat Annihilation video saying how it's the greatest movie ever, but they're completely being sarcastic. It was hilarious. Did you watch the one? Did I send you the one where they did Mario Brothers with the original Mario Brothers movie?
No, I can only imagine.
Dude, it is hilarious. Yeah, you guys definitely go check out Space Ice. And just look at his most popular videos. He has several that's like Van Damme versus Steven Seagal. I think I've sent you some of those before, Coach.
Yep.
Yeah. Funny stuff.
That is good stuff. All right. Well, up next, we've got one of the favorite franchises from the 80s, horror flick, Friday the 13th. There's a film and a video game in early development. Yeah. This franchise just keeps making a comeback.
Yeah. The thing is, when it comes to these horror movies and stuff, they can do them cheap.
Yeah.
And they actually make money. They're not high budget, blockbuster films. They're very low budget.
Have some fake blood, have some boobs, call it a night.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, it's copy and paste formula every single time. And people go see it. And there's also a TV show coming out called Crystal Lake.
Yep,
it's going to be a series also in this universe.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's basically all there was to say. And it was just this VP or whoever was there, whoever the spokesperson was speaking, just was basically like, listen, it's coming. We can't officially announce anything yet. We're working on it. We're in the middle of Crystal Lake. It is coming. These are these are top priorities for us. And I totally agree with you, Nick. I mean, I wasn't going to do it, and then I did go and do it. I saw the latest. I know what you did last summer in the theater here recently, and that's another example of them being able to bring back these older horror franchises on very small budgets. And with the new cast of characters that are just befalling the same things that happened, right?
Yeah, a new cast of red shirts.
Exactly. And then, figuring out who done it of it all.
So speaking of 80s horror movies and making a comeback, I'm okay with the Friday the 13th movie and a new game. But this next one, this is a tough no for me, but it's a no. I'm just not. If they do it, I'll watch it. but I just don't think you're going to be able to pull it off.
You're talking
And
about Friday the 13th. Either
Nope.
I froze or you froze.
no, I'm talking about the next topic. Gremlins 3.
Oh, I hadn't moved. Yeah, I lost you.
Yep.
Oh,
The story has been, there's a draft. And the original actor, Zach Galligan, is
Mhm.
waiting for Spielberg to read the draft and approve it.
That's
and
right.
if he approves it, we are proceeding with Gremlins 3.
man,
This is a tough one for me.
Gizmo's gonna be looking like Mr. Miyagi at this point in Gremlins 3.
I mean, all of them.
Yeah.
And of
Yeah.
course,
I mean,
there's
most people in the original Gremlins movie are dead.
that's right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the kid would have to be the best chance of still being alive, right? Would be the guy who
And
played the
Phoebe
kid.
Cates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Phoebe Cates going to be in this? They were married in that god awful Gremlins too.
Oh,
Ugh.
don't remind me.
The girl one. Ooh.
Oh,
so bad.
Lord
Oh.
have mercy.
So bad.
So
Well,
bad.
and what they're citing in this article is, due to the success of Beetlejuice, all of these other franchises are back on the table, right? And everyone
Bro,
wants to take a chance.
The original movie came out 41 years ago.
I know.
Like, when is this going to end?
Never.
Never. Yeah. They're gonna keep pumping out old franchises, reboots, remakes.
Yeah, I just can't think of anything that's continued a story 41 years later.
Star Wars.
No, that didn't continue. No. That wasn't my Luke.
Yeah. Freaking Star Trek.
And that was 38 years later.
Yeah.
And so again, like we've talked about earlier on another, I forgot even what that subject was. Only one who really knows Gremlins these days is us old farts, right?
Yeah.
There's been nothing done to keep Gremlins in the zeitgeist. Nothing.
Same with Ghostbusters. And guys,
But Ghostbusters had video games that were coming out,
Ghostbusters in the
and
theme
in the
park.
animated cartoon.
well, I'm just saying Ghostbusters is a similar IP
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
revived, heavily damaged when it came out with the chick Ghostbusters movie.
Ghostbusters 2016.
Oh, I never watched it. That's
it
the
was
only
so
Ghostbusters movie I've
bad.
never watched.
So bad.
But guys, the last two Ghostbusters movies, it's just not the same, man.
No.
No.
They're one-time watches for me, and I will never watch them again.
And I have to tell you honestly, Coach, seeing the original Ghostbusters coming back makes me a little sad. In a weird way, it just makes me feel old. It was like the nostalgic the first time they got together and they brought the one guy back as a ghost and whatever. I was like, I got that.
Yeah.
Then they bring him back again and the other one, and I'm kind of like, God, they just look old.
Yeah. The game was the real sequel to Ghostbusters 2, the Ghostbusters video game, which was really good. Israel R says in chat, Ghostbusters game was good and part of my canon. Yeah. But yeah, they're gonna keep pumping out these and trying to revive a lot of this old stuff because
Last Starfighter, we'll see it before it's over. We'll see it before it's over.
See, I want a sequel to that because I think they could do so good with it with today's freaking all the modern day CGI models, that they could. I mean, everything that they could do today and have just tons of gun stars everywhere. Coda and Armada be way bigger. Zur escaped. It literally left on a like almost like how Star Wars did.
Mhm.
Everybody died, and then the main bad guy ended up escaping, or one of the main bad guys, and but then we just never got a sequel to it. But yeah, I'm all for a sequel to Last Starfighter, not a reboot. I want a direct sequel.
Sorry, Nick. Lance Guest is too old to ride a horse, son.
Oh no, yeah, he is old.
Not the only one, Coach. Not the
Yeah.
only one.
Here, check it out.
Oh yeah, I mean he would definitely be.
That's
like
from
I
a few years ago.
Yeah, like I could see them being, like sort of like the people that are like over, like he could be like the general, and there's other pilots, like he's a part of it, but
Yeah.
he's like more in like a command role.
Now, to be fair, Catherine Mary Stewart was like, I was crushing on her in 1984 when that movie came out.
Yeah.
But
yeah, they have both said in the past that they're both, on board for coming and doing a sequel.
So when I say that The Last Starfighter is one of the worst aged movies of the 80s.
Oh, well, it was one of the first movies ever to do CGI.
I know.
And it was just, it just wasn't good.
So when I watch it today, and I haven't seen it since I was a kid, it is a hard watch.
We watched it, didn't we? We did a watch party. I remember watching it with you all, or maybe it was me and Nick.
No, we did do a watch party on it.
I did not watch.
I think Coach was in there, but he was
I didn't watch that crap.
I think he was AFK.
I remember we did it as an EBN watch party some years ago now.
Yeah,
because I hadn't seen it since I'm like, Coach, I had not seen it since I was a kid, and then we watched it in that watch party. I was like, oof, it was one of those things,
Yeah, I wonder if
It doesn't hold up.
Yeah,
Now,
I
will
the Tron
say
CGI is the same way.
Yeah, but I think Tron holds up a little better. I'm not saying it's great. And to be honest with you, the original Tron movie is not that good of a movie.
No. Well, that's why it never really took off.
It's not. Yeah. We have nostalgic feelings, or I do.
Yeah.
I love the franchise, but the movie was just an average movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tron Legacy, off the charts good, which is a hot take.
But it also didn't do very well, which is a shame. Like, I think more people discovered that movie after it was out of theaters and on, where you could rent it and get.
Starman.
Starman.
Oh no, you could have that.
I don't think they even came out with a 4K release of Tron Legacy.
I don't know. I got the Blu-ray.
Yeah,
if they're going to do anything about that, it should be leading up to Tron Ares, which, by the way, they showed at San Diego Comic-Con. They gave him a laser light show. They gave him new 9 Inch Nails songs for the movie. They gave him everyone was going wild for Tron Ares at San Diego Comic-Con.
Okay, so Tron Legacy are getting 4K releases prior to the release of Ares.
I thought so. I know. I thought I had read that somewhere.
Yep. Okay.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So I did get Jaws 4K. It came in.
Awesome.
I've not watched it yet, but I do have it.
Jaws 4K.
Yeah. Yeah. It's in that cabinet right behind you.
I imagine whatever that version is will be the one they re-release for Laserdisc. It's coming back to the theater for the Jaws 50th here for
the one with the added scenes that they did.
I don't know
version.
I don't know which version they're putting out. I'm not sure.
Did you guys know about the TV version versus the theatrical?
Mm-hmm. Only because R&B.
Okay, yeah, where they added stuff into the movie, and I think the Laserdisc had a bunch of added and extended scenes in it, I believe. So yeah, I'm curious to see in 4K and see which version. And if
that's what I'm saying. So come here the end of the month, they're re-releasing it, and I don't know if they're going to put the original theatrical version back out. It's going to be out for Labor Day week, or if they're going to put out this new 4K version or what. But it is coming back to theaters here end of the month or end of
Yeah.
August. We're almost in August.
Well, that's cool.
Yep.
Got to keep up with our physical media.
Yep.
Gosh, what was that?
What you trying to find, Coach?
The Dark Knight. I found it at Goodwill.
Really?
It was a Blu-ray, Dark Knight, with all the extras and everything. It was $2.50, and my wife was like, "Don't buy that," and I was like, "Okay." I didn't buy it, but I should.
For $2.50.
Yeah,
I would have
Dark
bought
Knight?
it for $2.50.
He's like, "We're not
Yeah.
gonna watch a Blu-ray," and I'm like, "We might."
Man, so I've noticed when I'm watching physical media on my 4K Blu-ray player versus streaming it,
It looks
it
better.
looks so much better on
Absolutely.
the physical media copy. So much better.
Yeah.
Like night and day difference.
100%.
Yeah. Well, with that being said, I'm going to Goodwill tomorrow, and I'm getting that mug.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's still there, Coach.
Oh, it will be.
Yeah.
It
For
will be.
$2.50, you just have to watch it once. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
you really don't even have to watch it at all. I'll tell you that.
God.
But
Stupid wife. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for us.
Oh, I do want to mention one thing that did not get on the agenda. I mentioned this to Coach earlier. But those of you who don't really know me and my gaming history, the Battlefield franchise is one of my all-time favorite
Battlefield 6?
franchises.
Yeah.
In the last decade since Battlefield 4, there's Battlefield 1 was pretty good, but the last two have been woke, trash, garbage, disasters. This new one, Battlefield 6, that got announced and had the multiplayer event today. This game looks amazing. So I'm super excited. I'm still not pre-ordering because pretty much every single time it's freaking broken on day one. But I am super stoked for Battlefield 6. I hope this gets the franchise back on track. And I'm looking forward to hopefully it being good. I told Coach he was playing my PS5 while I was working on his pressure washer that he brought down here. And
Before you broke it.
yeah. And he was like, man, I might need to get me a PS5. I was like, dude, if you get a PS5, you gotta get Battlefield 6 and we can play multiplayer and freaking go to town, like live stream.
Dude,
it's so much fun.
It's so much more cost efficient to get a PS5 than a freaking $6,000 new gaming machine.
100%. 100%.
It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I think my days of having a gaming computer are over.
Yeah. Like I mean, my system, I can run games. I mean, you can run computer games on your
Yeah, but you're not going to be able to play Grand Theft
Auto.
Auto 6.
Yeah,
when
you're
it
not
comes
going to
out.
be able to do like ultra high, I can't do that on my computer. I'm not trying to spend that kind of money on the upgraded graphics card for that I could put in my computer would be like, the price of like 4 PS5s.
It's $2,000.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
How much PS5 could I get with $2,000?
Yeah, I mean, you could get
I could get a
PlayStation
freaking
5.
stack of games.
Yeah, you could get a Pro with a stack of games. Which I
Yeah.
told Coach before he leaves, I was like, dude, you got to do the Alien.
Man, you trying to scare me before I drive home in the dark?
The Alien VR game.
Oh, that is a scary. I've seen people play that. That's a scary game.
Yeah, Alien.
I'm not playing.
Rogue Incursion.
I'm not playing it today.
Ju-
I'll play it when I come back to get my pressure washer.
All right.
Just in case anyone's interested in the chat, Battlefield 6 officially October 10th or 11th, I think I saw, and the open beta there's several open betas coming in August.
August 7th through the 14th or something.
How much does the PS5 cost now?
What,
Pro?
$500, $600?
Yeah, like $500. Yeah.
And the games are still really expensive.
$70.
Yeah.
I mean, you can always go. You can get used games at GameStop.
That's
you know,
true.
for way
Shoot,
cheaper.
you could get games on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would certainly invest in a PS5 before
I
I put the
actually
money in
asked-
gaming.
I actually asked Nick if he had an NCAA football game today.
Which I do, which Donna hooked me up with, but it was the 2014 version that came out on PS3. I don't have the new college football
But
game.
my point is, how surprising was it to you to hear me ask for a football game?
Actually, I didn't think about it, but now that I do, yeah, that's actually very
Weird.
surprising.
Weird.
Yeah.
He did play. He played Mortal Kombat XL on there, and then Tiger Woods.
Bro, if I get a PS5, I'm getting Tiger Woods.
Dude, Tiger Woods is a free to play game on there. You get every single month. They get PlayStation puts out free games you can download.
And they're yours forever.
Yeah, they're yours forever. Yeah, and that's how I got that Tiger Woods golf.
That game is awesome.
Yeah, no, it looks great. It really looks great. So yeah, I would say.
I'm afraid if I start playing Tiger Woods, I'm actually going to want to go play golf. And I don't need to play golf.
Yeah.
I throw
play
frisbees.
golf.
Yeah. I don't need another hobby.
Yeah. Yeah. Playing golf is expensive.
Yes, it is.
$150 a round.
Yeah. Yeah. It is expensive, especially if you go play a nice course. I mean, you're looking at like $300 or $400. Like, yeah, I don't got that kind of money to.
I'm too cheap for that.
Yeah.
Not worth it to me. Never
Yeah.
has been.
But I will tell you this. I had the best drink
Oh, yeah.
I think I've ever had today.
Yeah.
Was that margarita? Was that a margarita?
It was not a margarita.
It looked like a margarita in the picture.
It was a Corona Rita.
Okay, yes, I've had.
Yeah.
Oh, they're good.
Yeah, Corona Rita. Yeah.
I could
So
not
a margarita with a Corona.
They
in
brought me
Yes.
a margarita out there with a Corona in it.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Upside down.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's a
It was
real
a wrap.
Mexican place. I know exactly what kind of a
with
place
some
you were
fresh
at.
squeezed lime in it,
Mhm.
some salt on the rim.
Yes,
Man, I could drink one of
Yeah.
them right now.
it gives it an
Yeah.
extra.
No, I
oh,
could
that
too.
taste is so good.
Hey, I was gone for at least an hour,
Yeah.
and I only had one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we should stop and get one on your way out.
Hell no.
He'll never make it home.
Yeah.
No, we were driving to the toy place, and he was like, "Man, that one margarita," and I was like, "Dude, I limit myself to one. If I
I
go to a
said-
Mexican restaurant,
I said,
limit
bro,
myself
how's my
to one."
driving? I said, I have to focus.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
my
but
goodness.
yeah, it was a Corona Rita, and then I made some bomb ass steaks
Oh, yeah.
tonight. With
I
some,
don't even eat steak.
yeah,
Like, just because I've never cared.
yeah,
It was so good.
Yeah.
Like, let's go.
yeah, with some cauliflower rice and carrots and peas.
Nick is a good cook.
Yeah,
He really is.
I know this. I've heard.
yeah, yeah. I need to do my next time we all get together. I need to do my loaded freaking nachos. My freaking nachos are the bomb. I would put them up against any nachos in
I've
any
heard about
restaurant.
them so much,
Yeah.
and I've never had them.
Yeah, I need to
Can I
make.
show the margarita picture? I got the margarita picture.
Oh yeah. Show it.
Coach.
Yeah, so I don't care.
Yeah, maybe an ICCCCC.
We all drink Corona Ritas.
We drink Corona Ritas, and I'll make the nachos. I'll make
We're gonna
loaded
be
nachos.
gone.
Yeah. Dan Grissom, marinate steaks and honey overnight.
There it is.
Yeah,
Oh,
The Corona Rita.
yeah, yeah. It's a small fish bowl.
That's a big. I can tell. That's a big I mean, it makes
Yeah.
Coach's cheeks look small. That's a big margarita.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh my!
yeah. And that's just a medium.
Yeah, I
The-
knew it wasn't the largest one. You
Yeah.
can't even pick the
Oh my
large one.
gosh!
Yeah, I cannot do like one medium Corona Rita.
So does the large
I'm
one have a regular sized Corona in it?
Yeah, and it's way bigger. It's
I
like,
bet.
it's probably maybe
Medium is 2 of those, right?
Yeah, a large one's probably it's probably almost 2 of those.
Yeah. Or some places have an extra large, which is like
Yeah.
exactly 2 of the mediums or
Oh
whatever.
yeah. That's too much for me.
It's too much liquid. I mean, at some point,
Yeah.
I'm like, I just can't drink anymore.
Yeah,
Dude,
exactly.
you would not believe how bad I had to pee.
Yeah. He was like,
For
"They
a
got a
long
bathroom in
time.
this place."
And I hope whatever margarita mix they make doesn't give you the heartburn, because some of those places margarita mix is what gets you later, right?
There's a solid.
Good.
It gave me. It's never given me issues there. I don't know what they use, but it's really good.
Well, guys, fun stream.
Coach's mouth was on fire from the
oh man,
from the spicy shrimp tacos.
I got spicy shrimp tacos. They about killed me, but I ate them.
Yeah,
They were great.
yeah.
But when they said spicy, they were not kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel for you on the ride home. I'm glad you're riding by yourself.
Yeah. Load it up.
That's gonna be a problem.
Ride with the windows down.
Oh, yikes.
All right, guys. Look, thanks for being here, everybody. We greatly appreciate it.
Mm.
We do have a members watch party coming up. We don't know the date yet.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to go back to work on Monday. Y'all just be patient with us. We also have a members only live stream coming in the very near future.
Yeah.
We'll have all that stuff. We'll get it announced. It will be happening very soon. So stick with us on that. Join us over on our Patreon. We'll see you guys next Thursday on our live stream, and me and Nick will be having some videos coming out between now and then.
Wow.
So, all right, that's going to do it for us. Thank you, Rissman, for running the ship.
No
Yeah.
way.
And thank you, Nick, for being such a good host.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
it's
I didn't
time-
I didn't get a single work ticket tonight.
I know,
Hey.
that was crazy. You were here the
Wow.
whole time.
Wow.
Because I told Coach, because he was gonna do it in here with me. He was like, "Dude, we can just do it in the room." And I'm like, "Crap!" But if I get a work call or a ticket, I'm gonna have to boot you to the side and go off camera and get on the phone. And I was like, just to avoid the possibility of that happening, let me just set you up on the laptop out here.
Yeah, true. And by the way, Rissman, you didn't make a comment, but after our last live stream, you said, "Hey, we need to have something on the screen for the next time you read
I
a
didn't
member
comment,
story."
but I was smiling.
So,
I was smiling
did
the
you-
whole time.
Did you like
Yes.
our new overlay image for when I read the member spotlight?
I was
there it
smiling
is,
the
right
whole
there.
time because it didn't show none of our stupid faces while you were reading it. I
Yeah.
thought it was great. I thought it
That's
was
that's pretty good right there. C-3PO
Yeah.
reading a story to a bunch of stormtroopers.
almost
That's
looked
pretty
like
good.
AI could have
Yeah.
done that.
It did.
I
Yeah.
figured so. I figured so.
I dreamed it up and it made it for me.
That's the way. It's
Sweet.
the way of the future, Coach.
Yep. All right, guys, that's going to do it for us. We appreciate it. As always, we are EBN. We will see you guys next week.
Bye,
Take care,
guys.
everyone.
Corona Rita. Now remind me to tell you the story about a lady that believed I was Nick's son.